everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey, and I'm going to share with you today how I am working in my memory planner for the week of May 30th through June 5th. As you can see, I am flipping through quickly the Me and My Big Ideas Happy Planner, all of the new value sticker books. They are totally, completely awesome. I love them. That one right there was a summer sticker, and that's going to be the inspiration for my entire week. You'll see it again a little bit later, but I did not dwell on it too much. But that is definitely the sticker that I am planning my whole week around. Now, as you can see, I've taken the first page out of my gold dot happy planner. I like to take those out so that I can have a nice smooth surface to work with and not have any bumps or anything like that that hurts my stamping or my writing, because I make plenty of mistakes perfectly on my own without any help. So this helps make it just a little bit easier. Now I'm flipping through the sticker book trying to find the right sticker for my Monday barbecue at a friend's house. And I do recall seeing a grill sticker that's fairly big in one of the sticker packs. That's one of the bad things about these awesome sticker packs is there's so many stickers and it's hard to keep track of where you see all these fantastic things. But anyway, so I have found this sticker and it's awesome, and I'm going to use it to notate a barbecue that we went to at our friend's house. Now it's awesome because it helps sort of make a bullet for writing that event, but then it's also crazy decorative. So it's just an awesome way to combine functional planning with decorative planning. You don't have to go overboard and you don't have to add a ton of extra things, but you can still make it super cute and really fun without just decorating per se. Now I'm also including a little bullet point with a activity in the morning section of this week. This was a holiday this Monday, so normally my Mondays look a little bit different, but it's okay because it's always fun to have a holiday, right? This is a look at one of the sticker books that I created. I have a video for it on my channel if you haven't seen it already, for all of the different smaller sticker books. I knew that I needed a place, a central location where I could find all of my stickers easily and quickly. I still need to break down the organization bit a little bit more because I'm still having somewhat of a hard time finding things, but it's definitely much, much easier than locating each individual sticker book. So it's nice to be able to flip through just this one and be able to find the things that I need. I have them broken down in categories, but just 3 broad categories versus some smaller ones. I don't know if I'll ever actually get to it or not, and I'm not exactly sure it will help or not, but it's an idea and probably something that I will at least try in the future. Now this is the last week of school for us, and so I have notated the Tuesday and Wednesday. My son has finals those 2 days. He was a freshman in high school, and so that was just a nice way to jog my memory of not only that it was finals, but also the special schedule that he would have then because of it being finals. I am really enjoying those larger flag stickers that you see there on the Tuesday afternoon spot. They are a little bit bigger than some of the other ones, or maybe they're not, and I just am noticing them more now. But I can write an entire event right there, and it's super awesome. It's decorative, and I like that in this particular occasion I covered the word afternoon. I do that often just because I don't necessarily have these things broken down by morning, afternoon, evening. I do use that idea loosely, but I don't follow it exactly. So I'm happy to sort of cover those and make it a little bit more free-flowing. Now I used that full box sticker, which is not a full box sticker because I covered the header, to write down an event, and I also used then a little bullet point, but it's really actually a star, to notate that particular event as well. Now we're moving on to Wednesday, and these are some new stickers that are included here, and they are just sort of, I don't know how big they are, around 1/4 of an inch tall, and they're perfect just for writing like at events, so 3:30 practice or whatever the case may be. And they are just enough room for jotting down a couple of words, and then they have that little thing on the outside so that it's decorative, just a tiny bit, but it's not crazy or overwhelming. It's definitely just super functional. Now I'm using another one of those box stickers that would cover up the entire box to write down a whole bunch of events that are happening on that day. Now, normally you would maybe use that sticker just for decor, but I like combining it with the event stickers because then it makes the whole thing a whole lot cuter, and it's not just limited to being decorative. Now I'm flipping through a bunch of the boxes. I had some idea about what I wanted to do, and that happens a lot where I have an idea of something that I'm looking for and I want to use it, but then it takes me a minute to actually pin down where I knew I had seen it. And what you saw me do was use a half circle to notate an event, and that's a fun way to, again, make something super functional, but yet it looks cute all at the same time. Now there it is, Friday, summer break. That was the sticker that this entire week is sort of planned around. I used that color scheme because it's really fun, really summery, and I love that particular sticker anyway. It's super cute. So that is the entire basis of this week, is that one sticker. And so you couldn't see it on the screen, but I had that sticker book open up until now so that I could look at that sticker for inspiration when choosing colors and stickers and things of that nature. Now, what's really awesome is that Tuesday was able to be very cute and very fun because it was the last day of school. So I was able to add a bunch of fun little stickers to notate different events. And look at that, see? The sunglasses make it super fun. Even that half circle one, it's a great color. It's just really a good time. And yet it's still functional. I'm still writing down my activities. Now I'm working on Friday, and I have definitely added a little bit of decoration. So the summer break, the pineapple, the watermelon stickers, but they really just sort of help tell the story without going overboard or making the whole week just a decoration. And so I'm really getting into the feel of summer, which is exactly what I wanted to do right here, was get into summer, because I knew that coming up in my memory planner, it would all be really fun. Now I'm moving into the weekend, and as you can see, I used that weekend sticker to cover up the morning sections, and the Saturday of this particular week is going to be really crazy. And so I have a ton of things that I need to get down on the Saturday event because there are so many different things going on. And so you'll see me mixing and matching different stickers to be able to get all of those things there, because there are so many. I can't just write really big or use big stickers like I would normally maybe use like a circle, for example. Well, I can't do that because it takes up too much room. Like this particular sticker, this today sticker, I had a lot of things that I needed to write for this one event, and so that sticker worked out well. And with the bright color, it makes it fun too. So you really can look at decoration in sort of a variety of ways. For me, just having that really fun pop of color for me is a really great way to add a lot of fun, but I'm not adding extraneous stickers that take up space and aren't functional. So I'm still hunting through my stickers to try to find ones that will work for getting the events down on the Saturday. So now, for example, I get to use that super cute slice of pizza to notate a pizza party that my son was having with his baseball team. So it's still just functional. I'm still just writing down pizza party, but the piece of pizza makes it way fun. So that's what I'm really kind of loving about this whole thing, that I can use decorative stickers to do the job of a functional sticker. Because I could absolutely have just used a little bullet point or an event sticker that was a quarter sticker, but I didn't have to. It was great. We're moving into Sunday, and there's not entirely a lot of just that one. So as you can see, I am finished with the planning portion of my memory planner because Sunday was so limited in activities. And so I'm pulling out the page protector that I'm going to use. And I am using the one that has the 12 different slots on each side. So room for 24 photos if you wanted. I'm not going to go quite that extreme, but I am going to use a lot of photos. As you can see, I printed some 2x2s and also some 2x3 photos, and I will cut those all apart using my paper trimmer, and I will add some of them to the page protector, and then I will use some of them directly on the pages of the planner. Now I like to get them all cut up, and then I can use those to place them in the different slots and the different places that they're going to go. And I have mostly all of this mapped out because I do draw that ahead of time, the different layout for those particular pieces, just because it really is helpful in terms of it would take a lot longer for me to do this if I didn't pre-plan. Now, does that mean that I don't allow, oh, I changed my mind, I really want this to go here? Absolutely not. I'm all for spontaneity and I'm all for changing things up, but having a rough idea of how I want things placed ahead of time makes this go quicker and I feel less stressed. I feel like it works a lot better and I have more fun with the project thanks to just a little bit of pre-planning. It's not fancy. I handwrite it, and that's all because I feel like enough of everything is on the computer. So I just want to stick to tactile analog methods to plan. Now I'm just going to stick the photos in the slots so I can get an idea of where I want them to be, and then also what types of cards that I want to use decoratively or functionally in conjunction with the photos. So it's not exactly a science, I guess, but that's not really the word that I'm looking for. There's no real method. It's just sort of finding what works, seeing where these can go, because there's a specific configuration. And so if you have two photos for everything, well, you've got to change it up and take a look at how all of it works together. Now, as you can see, I've pulled back out that page from the planner because I'm going to use this set of pocket pages, and I'm super in love with this one. And in fact, that's why I haven't used it yet, because I like it so much. I wanted to make sure that I was using it for the perfect spot. But anyway, I've pulled that page back out from the planner so that I can match the colors from these cards to that layout. Now, I'm not particularly concerned with making them perfect. They don't have to be like, oh my gosh, it must be the same shade. It's just that I want them to go well together. I don't want them to clash or look like I didn't even give it a thought. So I'm going to pull out ones that go well. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to look nice together. And that's why this pack was great, because mostly the colors really blend well with the colors that I used on the layout. I'm going to pull out more cards than I need just to make sure that I'm able to find a way for them all to work together, and as opposed to not having enough and then having to scramble later, I have more than I need, and so I'm able to choose exactly what I want for this particular layout. So while digging through the cards, I found some definite winners, like that green XO paper, or card, excuse me. It's perfect. The color matches, the design matches, the whole thing is absolutely perfect. So it's really exciting to me when I find the ones that are for sure awesome and totally go, because then I know, okay, yeah, I really nailed it with this one. So I'm just making sure that I'm getting enough cut out. So by covering the entire page with 2x2 squares, I know I have enough because I'm using the same number on the front as in the back. So if I have 12 squares, I am good. Now the last part is to choose from those which ones I want to use, because I have a couple left and that's all I need. I really like the black and white with this. Not only is it obviously super easy to match, it's also lends itself to adding stickers or little bits of journaling, those types of things. And it really adds a little bit of contrast, where with the rest of those cards you don't have that quite so much because they are different colors and not the black and white, which really draws your eye to that. So I'm just going to fill those all in where they need to go, balanced by color, balanced by pattern, those types of things. And then I'm going to pull out all of these little different mambi shapes and mambi banners, and I'm going to plan on using those as well as decoration. As you know, I don't like to use any bulky embellishments in this project because the album at the end of the year is going to be thick enough, and so I like to try to stick to stickers and paper, and that's really about it, because anything more than that adds unnecessary bulk. Now, as you can see here, I am going through and I am adhering the photos to the cards on the back. And that is because I don't like them sliding around in the pocket. And so this way they are one piece. The photos have a nice little mat, and then when they do move around a tiny bit, they still remain the same shape and they have the same amount of matting on both sides versus the photo tilts a little bit, the paper doesn't, and then it looks a little bit messy and whatever. And I don't consider myself a perfectionist in any way, but I think this is just a nice step that keeps it all really tidy and makes it work nicely. And if you need to pull it out, then you can just pull out the whole thing versus trying to get your finger in there and pull out the piece that you are trying to get a hold of and that type of thing. So now that part is finished, and really honestly we're getting very close to being finished, minus just adding a little bit more. So I'm going to pull out some bits and pieces like that orange speech bubble. I'm going to adhere it to the card, and then I'm going to trim the excess off because I did have it hang over a little bit. See, look how cute that is. I absolutely love it. Now I'm going to use my favorite permanent pen, which is a Pilot permanent marker. It's got a tip like a Sharpie, and just to add the tiniest bit of journaling right there to that. I love how it turns out because it still looks really cute, but I didn't use anything bulky. There's no dimension there. It's just a flat embellishment, yet it's really cute. Now some of these don't need anything at all. They're perfectly cute on their own. And so I don't plan on doing anything to all of them. Just a few of them, just the ones that I need to add a little bit to tell a story, to have a little bit of journaling or whatever. Sometimes a sticker, sometimes a little die cut or whatever, and that's it. It's really a fun way to make sure that you're telling the stories but then also decorating a little bit as well. I also think the memory planner is a great way if you've been considering scrapbooking but you're not exactly sure what you want to do. This is a great way to get into it because you don't always have everything you need to complete an entire page, but a lot of times you'll have some of these elements already. You'll have some of these pocket cards, you'll have your planner stickers, and you can create cute layouts that don't need a whole lot of other things, maybe some adhesive, but that would really be it. And so then you can still do scrapbooking or at least get a feel for it without going and starting a whole brand new hobby. Now as you can see, I'm just adding a couple of stickers. I used that Today Was a Good Day one up on the pink dot, and then on this yellow one I used a little banner sticker as well. And again, we're just writing a few words to tell a story. It's nothing that's too particularly exciting or interesting. I mean, it's interesting in terms of telling the story, but I'm not doing anything revolutionary, just keeping it very, very simple. Now we've moved on to the back side, which is very exciting. I'm cutting open these clamshell packaging, and what I like to do is just cut a slit in the raised part of the packaging, enough that I can get my fingers in there and pull out the ones that I want, but it will not have those spill out, and you can still store them in their original packaging. It can be difficult to know how to store some of these embellishments so that you can keep them in their original package without going crazy. Now I'm just going to adhere these two die cuts and layer them on top of each other and then trim the edge of that arrow, and then I'm just going to write the word Snapchat on that one, and then the arrow will point to that photo. That is a great way if you have teenagers or older kids that are using social media. They could be hard to get photos of, to be honest, because maybe they're not home or they don't want to have their picture taken or that kind of thing. Use their social media photos. I have a lot of fun with that, and it's definitely a way to incorporate your kids when they aren't quite as easy to incorporate. Now I'm still just working the same way that I was before. I'm journaling a little bit, I am decorating a little bit, and like for example, this particular card, I just took a little bit of white from one of the scraps of those pocket pages, took a sunshine little sticker, which is meant to be like a weather sticker, my Happy Planner pen, and I'm just writing a couple of sentences about the photos. And it's so cute, thanks to that little sunshine sticker. Now here's something fun. I want to point to a part of that photo. And so I'm going to use one of these arrow die cuts, and I'm still going to point to it, and you can see it's hanging off. I'm going to cut the excess off. Then I'm going to pull out the card next to it and line it up how they will appear. And then I'm going to put the rest of the arrow right there. So the arrow is still pointing to the part of the photo that I want to show, yet I am using both cards and pulling it all together. So it sort of visually has the look of one bigger card, but it's really two. Now I have cut a circle of the patterned paper, but again, I'm just using the journaling portion on the back, which is what's great about these pocket page cards from Mambi, is that they have a little bit of a dot grid, and so you can add journaling and use that grid. It's really awesome. And that's it, keeping it super simple, yet it looks great and it does the thing that I need it to do. Now the last thing that I'm going to do is take the rest of those photos and I'm going to trim them up and put them directly on the planner pages. So for example, this baseball photo, I'm going to punch it in a circle, I'm going to adhere it, and then I'm going to layer it with that sticker over there. And then I'm going to cut this one out, and that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed my video, please leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and it lets YouTube know what you like to see. Thank you.